I was driving through the campus and I saw a very, very clean campus. And this is something I rarely see in many campuses. So can you tell me about your thought of creating this kind of a campus with this kind of infrastructure, but still very green and open?
Basically, I'm a remote village, from agricultural family. I myself was doing cultivation when I was in school days. I love greenery, number one. Number two, being an educational institute, we are talking a lot about environment and global warming, all these things. Youngsters who are studying here, they should know about these problems, because futurely they have to take they have to definitely work towards that. I want give more greenery in the campus, and even students should be encourage them to go and sit in near, at least below the trees. We have a lot of benches also here. At the same time, when the atmosphere, green atmosphere is there, and campus is cool and green, automatically, if that environment definitely give 1 or 2% extra energy for students. I have decided not to even whatever buildings you see now, that will be the structure here. The rest of the campus will be like this one. Before starting the first building, I have frozen the master plan. So now, in fact, this campus is as per Vastu, where academic blocks should be, where administrative blocks should be, where library should be, quarters, hostel, everything. That is how it is built now. I may add small things which are facility for supporting facilities, but no more big structure will come. At the most, I may go with underground buildings where I have a playground there. Definitely, I am a strong believer of if there is more greenery, more shades, definitely students that will help a lot for students.
Completely true, sir. I also saw one thing, sir, which a lot of universities miss out. When I was passing by, I saw gender diversity, geographical diversity, and maybe a socio-economic diversity also I saw, because I saw some people, right? So, how did you at such a young university manage this kind of diversity, where you have students coming from Bangalore and beyond Bangalore and beyond Karnataka, beyond south of India? How did you manage that piece?
I started this 18 years back. I was not involved much earlier. After definitely when I became university, I am there most of the time I was spending here. Earlier to that also, 4 or 5 years seriously I was watching and observing and studying and learning also through that. My observation here, initially, most of the girl students are hesitating to take admission here. I am talking about very initial stages. I felt, the parents might have felt security reasons. Then I have built hostels here, for separate hostels for girls, separate hostels for boys. In between, staff quarters are there. For girls hostels again, there is one more compound, security reasons. Compound within compound, like that. Afterwards, parents felt secure and students also happy. And for them, separate host, separate mess, everything we created. That is one thing. Other thing I observed, even I am talking about 14, 15 years back, after we created the hostel facilities separately for boys and girls, the percentage of taking admission for girls improved. It went up to 48%, 52% for boys. Again, I am observing from last 4-5 years, it is actually declining. It has come down to 40-43% now. Again, that is what I spoke a lot about with my various people, why it is happening. Pandemic also spoiled, that is one reason. Other reason is population of even now girls population is less. That is also one reason. That's why I have introduced last year for female girls extra scholarships. The reason is I want to definitely promote and reach the stage at least 50-50, the boys and girls. If you ask me about the faculty, we have almost 50-50. Even some cases there are 51-52% female faculties are there, particularly at top level, almost 50-50. Female directors are doing better than even male directors. It is a fact.
And how about geographical diversity, sir? Because it is so easy to be dismissed as a Karnataka-based university, but you seem to have students from not just Karnataka but beyond south of India also. How did you consciously work towards that? What exactly did you do?
I have to tell this here. Educational institutions managed by 3 types of people, which everybody knows. As business comes service, only service. Because I came from business background, I started business from scratch. With God's grace, with various hard work and clients support, everything, we have grown. So in fact, I wanted to give back to the society, something to the society. That coincidence also, I lost my wife. She was also after me for start the education institute. Then when we decided to give back, what is the route we can give back to society something. So I felt this is the right way. That is how we started this. When we started, I wanted, I told our people whom we are dealing with for branding. I want people from remote places. They should come here. Definitely they should be educated. We have to educate them. That will be a good service. That is how most even there what I observe. For example, performing arts and humanities. These are the 2-3 courses which the people love to join. Prefer students who are from remote places to come and join. Actually, we have students arts and humanities and performing arts, legal, and also biotechnology, science programs we have there. They are from different backgrounds, remote places, I can say. We are promoting that. At the same time, even science courses also like that. Science where most of them will prefer to become scientists, but they are not could not able to do that. At the same time, for science programs, fees will be less. We have to invest. For example, in some courses I am spending 157,000, 160,000 per student, whereas I am getting only 50-60,000. But still we are aggressively pushing those programs.
So, sir, tell me, I think this is an important question for everyone. What are the kind of scholarships that you have, and you don't need to put numbers to it, sir, which enable a girl student or a socially, economically backward student or a student who comes from a northern state, eastern state or something like that? Do you have any scholarships which are targeted at a certain group of people?
Definitely we have scholarship groups. That is, for example, in COVID time, most of them lost their blood donors. 100% we waived off the fees. Like that, their what is that earning capacity on that basis. For example, auto driver, where they are not afford to pay, there we are giving meritorious scholarships. For female students, definitely we are giving this thing. And even for sports, we are promoting the sports very vigorously. Some cases we are giving seat in PUC at 1 rupee per like that. A lot of programs are like that.
Okay. I think that's important, sir, because I think the diversity is because you're pushing scholarships in that sense. So that's something that the other thing that I have is that increasingly, because you're stationed in Bangalore, and you have some fantastic technology-driven courses, right? So what is your take on a positive way at this point in time of how is the university keeping pace with the changing technology, and how is it adding courses to deal with the way technology is moving? Right?
See, I am a practical person. We are running about almost 90 courses here. Out of that, maybe to which are feasible courses, maybe to 15-20. In material, how much we lose in other courses, I am not bothered. But what type of education we are giving, how it is supporting society, how the society will be benefited through this is my concern. We talk a lot about placements, admissions, and societal behavior, all these things. Earlier, we were struggling to place students. Now, 100% placements are happening. Then once placements are happening, again demand will come for higher packages. What we have about 300 to 400 companies who are coming and recruiting in the campus. To increase the packages, what I heard, definitely students should crack their interviews properly. That's why we decided from last 4-5 years, see, companies who are recruiting should be in the syllabus committee. They have to give us what is, as per their requirement, we are ready to create syllabus, and we will train them. In fact, in some of the courses, I made it a point, in 3.5 years they have to complete the course, not 4 years. Sometimes I am forcing them to complete by 3 years. 1 year we should they should go and work. Automatically they will be recruited like that. So our syllabus will be such that as per the requirement of the recruiting companies, that is how we are doing. One more thing is, we are earlier we used to start training for placement at 4th semester or 5th semester like that. Now we will start in the 3rd semester, even 2nd semester itself. The reason is because we know now the companies who are coming, what type of students they want. We will start early semesters, we are starting training also.
Sir, the next question is, on the NEP, the new education policy mandates that all universities become multidisciplinary universities. I see a lot of universities which are Indian mode universities, but having said that, while coming up I saw School of Indic Studies, School of Performing Arts. What is your vision of making Reva a really good multidisciplinary university?
From now NAP is talking about multidisciplinary courses. We started this 7-8 years back when we became university. From the day one I am pushing them to this should become a multidisciplinary program. For example, unless technology and science go together. Even in hospital for that matter, without technology they cannot operate machines. Without science, hospital also can't work. So both are important. Again, there even commerce management will come. I have introduced most of the syllabus now. What are all we are, whether it is legal, you take commerce or management or civil engineering or computer science engineering, everywhere some component of other schools are there. We compulsorily, for example, we introduced 2 credits for extracurricular activities. They have to take either dance or music or sports, like this, compulsory for all 15,000 students who are studying here. Like that, there is some component introduced in every school, but there are programs which are as a course: management, science, sports, and also engineering. Like
Brilliant, sir. I think interdisciplinary is the way to go, sir. So so you should maybe slowly increase that to 10%, 15%, 20%, because that really helps.
Yeah, this index studies is same.
Yeah.
Technology we introduced with performing arts.
And what is the next big goal that you set for Reva University, sir? What is your next big goal? I'll not even talk of a vision which might be 20 years or something, but what's your next big goal that you want to achieve?
I have a dream. I want to produce the real lawyers, not affidavits signing, going and say adjustment lawyer. This thing I don't want. I always speak like this. Scientists I want to produce. Engineers, they should not by 2025. All my people who are studying here should be job providers. Already that is started. I think you might have seen some of the whatever restaurants or stores we have. Our own alumni is started. That started in the campus itself. I always say, we are talking about project-based learning, hands-on experience, all these things. That should not be in writing. It should be practical. That is the reason, if you go through my campus, every building has got one unique feature here. Every building, because we are running engineering courses, there should be some component which is for them as a project. Apart from they have to go and I will force architecture, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, they should be in the project. We have got projects on all stages. Even we have got, I will make them to go and half day they have to be in the project. We have projects in Bangalore all over. Half day they have to visit the project. After that, classroom facilities are also there. They should take class there itself about that what they visited and what is they learned. Then one it will be called as project-based learning and hands-on experience. In the campus, small features what I am adding now also will be always unique for them to learn. I am a believer of that. What we always, we are talking about society is bad society, or the every day we hear a lot of bad news like that's accidents or rapes, all these things. See, these are all, who are responsible for this? We are responsible. Education institutions are responsible. We are the people who are guiding and molding for the future society. Our own children who are studying here will be the future society. So we are responsible. So I always tell, education, just giving a degree is not enough. What differently we are molding them. What is the difference and uniquely we are doing? Discipline is more important. Unless there is discipline in students, definitely whatever you are teaching will not go into them. Example I will tell now. Because of pandemic, 2 years all the students were online. They were, whether they listened or what happened, we didn't, we cannot gauge them properly. Yeah, but again, if also the CGP is good, because some examinations also happened online. How to control? We started 4 months back offline. Most some 50 to 60% hesitating to come, refusing to come. Resistance was there. Then finally we gave them 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Finally we decided we will not online. We stopped. Then slowly they started coming. But according to the university times, they are supposed to be in the class by 8:25. But they used to come at 9, 9:15, even 9:30 also. Then I gave one call, 1 week from now. Main gates will be closed at 8:35, 10 minutes with grace time. Hostels will be closed at 8:15. Mess will be closed at 8:10. Again that resistance was there. I told, impossible, you are paying. It is my responsibility who are studying here, they should be in the class before 8:25. 8:20, I started this at the beginning itself. National anthem we will play it here. That I am really proud about my students here. 15,000 students wherever they are. You will not see even a single student will moving this way, that way. They will give respect at 8:20. 8:25 they have to be in the class. Reva anthem will be played. That is a prayer. They should be there. Teacher as well as students. There is a monitoring system for that. If teacher is not there, immediately information will come. These are all some of the things. First, before this 8:35 closing the gate call, 2,000 to 3,000 students used to come late. After this, within 1 week, it has come down to 100, 200 this thing. Simple thing is, I will be here by 8. I will stand at the gate. If there is any problem, I will be there. Where that problem is there, I will be there. Simple, I will be watching. When I am coming at 73, I am 73 years old. I am here every day before 8. What I need not come. What business you have? Your parents are paying, teachers are paid, everything is there. You have to come.
Because we talked of infra and mentorship, and I'll try to club the two of them. Both these things would be done by the faculty, and I think the faculty is what makes a university a great university, right? So, what is your way of dealing with, recruitment of faculty, retention of faculty, motivating the faculty, ensuring that they deliver to your larger objective that you would have?
See, I am talking about even open forums also about the mentoring. We give lot of importance for mentoring. Each faculty will be allotted with 15 to 30 students depending on this thing. They are totally responsible for everything. For example, if there is 30 students with one faculty as mentees, 2-3 kids will be problematic, or 4-5. If that faculty can't correct them, mentor them properly, then he cannot be called as a good teacher. Then we will, this faculty development programs always will be there. Example I am telling, every year in February, we give Sukubodhananda Swami, you might have heard about him. From 18 years, we are running this program, 2 days program. For every year, we do all the programs as per theme. Every year we have one theme. Accordingly, that whether it is seminar or webinar or anything should happen like that. So based on that program will happen for the faculty. Recently, 2 weeks back, we had Gaur Gopal Das here, like this. Of course, for academics, different FDPs will happen. For in general, what is motivating them, these type of programs will be happening.
But how do we recruit faculty, sir? Because you need to attract the best faculty.
Yeah. There is a very good process here. First, we advertise. Sometimes, frankly speaking, some 1,000, 2,000 applications will come. Out of that, some 300, 400 will turn up. Finally, you could even 3, 4. If you ask me, 3, 4 also you will not get. That is the quality of faculty now available. So what we are doing? Sometimes we are hand picking. Sometimes our own alumni who are interested in teaching, we are molding them. We will put them as assistants, then like that. Actually, they are the people who are definitely doing well, owning and making.
As a university, how are you keeping pace with the growing technology or changing technology, and how do your students benefit from you keeping a sharp eye on the changing technologies? In terms of starting new courses, it can be AI, ML, blockchain. So how are you keeping a tab on that and adding new age courses to it?
Yeah, that is a big, nice question also. We are a private university. When we were affiliated to VTU, we didn't have the opportunity of changing the syllabus. Now, as a private university, we have got that liberty, and the syllabus can be our own syllabus. Most of the companies who are coming here, we will take their inputs, and they are also into our syllabus committee. According to their requirement, every year we are changing the syllabus. That is helping a lot.
And sir, because you also talked of diversity earlier, what kind of scholarships do you offer to the students that will help every student seek out Reva?
We have got 4 or 5 that is policies here. That is for meritorious students, sports quota students, female students, people who are not read honors, their affordability, all these things like auto drivers, even who are doing in building construction. For all these things, there are policies we have created. We are doing like that.
So, sir, last question. What is your advice for a student who is looking for ultimately a great career and a great outcome for himself, right? So, what is your advice for a student at this point in time who is a class 12 pass out or a graduate, and why he must be choosing Reva?
In this connection, I want to tell you, 2 years back, we started STAR programs. STAR programs means because, for example, agriculture. Now urbanization is increasing. Agriculture land is reducing. Population increasing. India boundary will not change. Over a period of years, definitely there will be shortage of food grains. For that, if I am not wrong, in 10-20 years, future will be for agriculture based business. I want to definitely motivate students who are pursuing here to become the real agriculturists. That is, for example, per acre, if they are producing now with 20-30 quintal, how to double it up? That type of course already we started now. I think it will take some more time. Like that, who want to become an agriculturist, who want to become a politician, who want to become for civils like that, who are becoming politicians now after retirement, or uneducated. These are the people who are going finally as a last resort for politicians. We are seeing youngsters, for example, good youngsters. I am not talking about everybody. Youngsters are doing well in Tejasvi Surya, for example, in Bangalore, who is the MP from Bangalore South, definitely is a good product. Like that, there are many youngsters. Like that, youngsters in young age, if they come, their future will be good. At least they will have some concern for the society. Back end of the life, they become politicians. They will be tired. Energy will not be there. They will not be tech service. Whereas these people, youngsters, will become energy will be there. They will be technology driven, and definitely they will gel with most of the people. That's why we started to call courses in the first year itself. They can have, but not that we want to take more number and spoil. 50 maximum will be 50 for each course. Actually, already we identified who will be the guides for them. Lakshmi Narayan, I think you might have heard, Lady Lakshmi Narayan. He is now into
Visail contest.
but that is different.
They understand.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, same person. So now I called him 2-3 times. He gives a very good motivational speech for students. I pulled him here. I think he will how to about civils and all those things he can take. Then one Mr. Satyanand Mishra is there. I think he now is Amruta is there, and he is our in Board of Governors, one of the UGC nominee. So he is a well-learned but retired IAS person. I think he like that. There are a few people I am pulling them for this. So I want to who are at least some people should become good IAS officers, IPS officers, good politicians who can really do service, good lawyers, good scientists. Like that, I am trying my best. I hope I will be successful, because the culture is like that. Everybody in that mode, who are all working here. At the same time, see, always I believe if I am perfect, then only I can question. If I follow timing, I can question about why you are late. If I keep up my words, I can ask why you are not keeping up your words like that. So that culture I am, promoting here.
And about good tech for yourself, because technology is a big thing.
I definitely want to be or at least over a period of time, this university should be called as a multidisciplinary university, more oriented to research. That research also again should be definitely towards thinking about the society only. Society which can be benefited with society only, that type of research should happen.